1. It had some good numbers. How they laughed at the misprints when the MKIV Supra launched back in '93, 326 bhp. 156 miles per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds, and just 37,500 pounds. That was quicker than a Ferrari 348 TS. And for the same money, you could buy an auto Supra to commute to work in, and a manual for the weekends. Thing is, they weren't misprints. 2. It was a serious race car. Beyond the Dominic Toretto school of racing, in which it also performed superbly. The Supra won its class in the Swiss mountain races. Finished 14th at Le Mans. Zipped up Pikes Peak. Was competitive in American SCCA racing. And became a dominant force in the All Japan GT Championships. JGTC. From 1995 to 2003. 3. It could become a genuine 10-second car. The Supra is a seriously tunable thing. The twin-turbo 2JZ GTE engine was beamed in from the bulletproof Japanese straight 6-dimension. Other residents include the Nissan Skyline R32/R33 6er. So it can be tinkered to produce more than 1,000 bhp. As Toretto would have it, just pop the hood, throw in some overnight parts from Japan. Just put it on your tab at Harry's. And you'll have yourself a 10-second car. 4. It's got a proper driver's cabin. The interior's just like a single-seat racer, there's a hoop of instruments. And they're all angled at the driver. Also, the rev counter's massive and in the middle, just like you'd find on an old Porsche 911. 5. It's related to the 2000 GT. Kind of. Trace the front-mounted 6-cylinder engine. Rear-wheel drive Grand Tourer bloodline back through Toyota history. And you'll end up at the 2000 GT. Which is, obviously, brilliant. 6. It was a proper driver's car. If you handled it well. Unlike its Japanese Hyperloon contemporaries. Nissan Skyline, Honda NSX. There weren't any four-wheel drive or four-wheel steer gimmicks to be seen. It followed page 1. Chapter 1 of the Petrolhead Guidebook to the letter, engine in the front. Gearbox in the middle, and driven wheels at the back. Making sure it didn't end up smeared along a bus stop was entirely down to the soft, fleshy bit in between the steering wheel and seat. 7. It delivered its mighty twin-turbo power nicely. The Supra had a twin-turbo setup that ran in sequence, which ironed out the turbo lag common to most other abnormally aspirated Japanese engines. 90% of peak torque was available all the way from 1,300 rpm to 4,500 rpm. Before you were cut short at 156 miles per hour. 8. Because you loved it? From April 1978 to July 2002. Total production of the two Celica Supra and Strict Supra generations stood at 593,337 units. For a niche Japanese super thing, that's bloomin' impressive. 9. It's been immortalized as a movie car hero. It runs a different tack from other movie hero cars. But the inexplicable supersonic stardom of the Fast and Furious franchise means the MKIV Supra remains one of the most recognizable cars on our planet. The one pictured above, which the late Paul Walker drove in the first Fast Furious film, sold for many hundreds of thousands of dollars a few years back. And considering the franchise shows no signs of slowing down, or even making sense, the next generation of petrolheads will need a new Supra to lust after.